Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Afternoon TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is season 5, episode 21, The Force of Gravity, not the sequel to The Shape of Water. I checked, we watched the episode, that's not what happened.
It is not what happened.
No, other things happened. We're almost done, you guys.
One more episode.
Right?
Holy crap.
And
I'm kind of ready for it to be.
I'm ready for someone to die. Particular somebody.
Of fun.
Coulson!
Wait, no. After this episode, I've changed my tune.
Oh, because of what fits in
Hear me? Yes.
Simmons said?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
It makes sense.
It does make sense, but at the same time, it's like that's trying to find that's like skirting it. That's like dancing around I don't know.
I think it would be skirting it if there wasn't evidence to suggest that choosing Coulson might be the right move. Because in the loops we've seen before, Coulson's not around. Which would lead me to assume that they chose to try and stop Talbot.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think saving Coulson successfully. Like, don't try, succeed. I don't know. I think it might. Because if Coulson's around, maybe the fight goes differently.
Now,
Maybe.
see, I'm just... Not that I don't like Coulson. I'm just ready for him to go.
Yeah, he's very lackluster. This season's just been like ho-hum about him, and
Yeah. But to be quite honest...
he's ready to go.
He is ready to go. He's ready. The character, he is ready to go.
Yeah.
But I think even before this season, I was kind of like, you know, because like I mean, I love Yo-Yo and like I love Fitzsimmons and I love May and I love Mac, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Coulson, he's here.
I think we can end the season and have Coulson retire. I think Coulson stepping out of the picture.
Maybe go to Tahiti.
Have to end with him being dead.
But I do think it's time for him to go in whatever way he does and have someone, maybe Daisy, maybe May, I don't know, most likely Daisy, to have someone else step up.
Yeah, most likely Daisy. I'm a big fan of her in the comics when she's head of S.H.I.E.L.D. It would be nice to have that.
And also in the comics where Fitz has a monkey.
He's a monkey in the comics?
There was like a short run of comics, like for the first 2 seasons, where Fitz had a monkey.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
And then one episode, Fitz mentioned that he wanted a monkey.
I seem to remember that.
He has a little monkey sidekick, and it talks because science.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't know. This episode, I don't know, didn't do.
Well, let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty big fan of this episode. This was a good episode.
I do like this episode. We start off with Daisy and May and Phil. They're in prison. I'm taking them to imprison them in prison. These are prisoners.
Yeah.
Who's that one dude? Who's like our humans with their weapons and whatever, cowardly.
Oh, that was alright. That was Kovas. And I love how hypocritical he is. Because he's like, you're weak and you use guns to feel strong. Let me aim these missiles at a helpless, defenseless town. And it's like, okay. Hypocrite.
Yeah.
But May will gladly hand your ass to you.
Oh, yeah.
And I do mean that literally, to where there's no more ass on you.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't need a gun to kill you. And she's absolutely right.
And we got am I saying this right? Tyrion, whatever the fuck Cassius' father's name is.
Yes.
I never learned it.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure it's
he's-
Tarion.
Tarion?
You know what? I don't fucking know.
Tyrion.
We could just
Tarion?
call him Cassius because the
Tarzan?
other Cassius isn't around.
Yeah.
Right.
So Tarzan is there, and
Tarzan.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and Tarzan is like, you know what? He is like Cassius, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like,
It's funny because from young Cassius's descriptions of his father and how Cassius, he disappointed his father and all of that, you would think, his dad was a big burly dude that like was the best fighter and shit, but like he acts, he's just like his son. It's crazy.
Yeah. I love the fact that he's like, I can see the future. This is what. And she's like, I can see the future
can see
too.
the future in this show.
She's like, I can see the future too. And then she starts talking
And then
about
he can
his
see the
sons.
future, and she can see the future, and
Well, she says something about his sons, and his face just. I mean, if it could have gone white, probably would have went white.
Yeah.
She goes, and they die dishonorable deaths. And she was just like, he's just like, what?
Yeah. But I think she got a little carried away because she called herself the Destroyer of Worlds, which is probably
let's not
where
use those words.
Where he got that.
she
from.
did use those words.
Let's not use those words.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Let's
You
not do that.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. I'm like, gee, Daisy, I wonder where they got that in the future.
But where did
No,
you
because
get
you
that?
said it!
But they said it to you.
Yeah, there's a couple of those loops. Like only reason that the bus flies is because
Oh, I know what this is called. I learned this in Doctor Who. This is the bootstrap paradox.
Yes, this is Bootstrap.
So who actually called her the Destroyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paradoxes. Well, that's what you get with time loops.
That's how
No,
it
you're
happens. But yeah, he
Yeah.
was a little freaked out, and he underestimated Daisy a lot.
Yeah,
And I'm
she
guessing, with
breaks the mental dampener. That was cool.
I'm guessing that was the prototype, the predecessor to what she had on the lighthouse in the future.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that they realized it wasn't strong enough, so they're like, let's do something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, caught them off guard. They were a little surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So apparently, we don't know where he is, though. We don't know
No.
where Cassius is. He's
You're right.
he's not on the ship. You know that.
He in school?
And that
He's in
weird
that
like
weird.
room with all the letters on the wall.
Yeah,
That seems to just be like a place that they project themselves to have hold
that's what
meetings.
it seems like.
Because
Yeah,
they all
like a
weren't physically
holographic.
there.
It's like a hollow deck.
Oh yeah, holodeck. That's probably
Mhm.
what it is.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't know where he's at.
No.
But we know where he gets some of his information from.
Daisy.
Yep.
Good
And
job.
maybe I don't know. Maybe that what she told him made the way he treats his sons. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that might impact it. I didn't think of that.
Well, it's weird time
Yeah.
and use.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was really, I think, the only really interesting thing about it. So, I don't know. This episode didn't grab me. I found myself looking at my phone and looking at other things in this episode.
I was really happy that Talbot came to Creel, and then I was really sad that Talbot ate Creel.
I knew something was gonna happen. I knew it. I was just like, he's gonna do something, and
Because I don't like this. This is not my Talbot. Hashtag not my Talbot.
Hashtag no one Talbot.
And I don't know. So them trying to figure out where he's at and why Talbot's doing this and stuff, and he wants to fix things, and it's like fix his family. I can't believe he fucking like pretty much chokeslammed his wife into the wall
No.
It's so funny because
in front of his son.
he comes back with these powers. He's like, I'm all better now. I'm fine. I'm like, guess what? Getting superpowers doesn't cure your mental fucking illness.
No. And his son saw it too. And
No, his powers gave him the mental illness. He was fine.
Well, no,
He's
the
fine.
gunshot wound gave him the mental illness. It gave him the
It gave
brain
him
damage.
mental illness. The problem is
and
with the thing with the fucking the fuckery with the
Yeah.
Gravitonium that we shouldn't have been fuckering with the fuckery in the first place.
Exactly. But my point being is, getting a shiny new set of powers doesn't make your fucking problems go away.
Well, in some cases it can.
it depends on how you use it and how you come across.
Well, it
He came across
honestly,
fucking hella scary to his son
it reminds
and
me.
his wife.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, that's the same problem he had, when he was still recovering, was he had those angry outbursts. And that's what happens a lot of times with families and issues, and they think moving to a different city is going to solve all those problems, but you're just taking your problems with you. This is a similar idea, where it's like, I have these powers, I'm a better person. It's like, no, you still have the same problems.
Mm-hmm.
You now just have powers.
Well, his son called him
thought-
out on it, so.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get a nice father and son moment where he says, look, I understand you now because I have powers now. And so, like, before, like, what I didn't understand and these people that I was afraid of, and I was also hunting down, I now realize that is wrong. And you are my son, and I love you, and I can, see things.
Wasn't it
better
his
now.
older son that had the powers? Didn't he have two sons?
Yeah,
No.
does he have two sons?
Because the other son was put in stasis.
What?
Really?
Remember
I thought Talbot had another son that had
Does he have
powers.
another son? Rachel, you are giving me, like, you're giving me the problems with the brain.
Whose son was put in stasis?
It's his, isn't it? Because that was the whole thing with the, him wearing the dress, and then the Creole was there, and
Yeah. I swear, I don't think it was this son. I thought his son was older.
does he have another son? Are we wikieing this?
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
I swear
trying.
I'm not crazy. I'm
I
not crazy,
thought there
am I?
was another son, but I think they kept him in stasis because he was an Inhuman.
But isn't
But
that,
I don't remember them taking him out. Could be wrong. It's been a couple seasons ago, so.
Wow, scrolling through this, I forgot how long Talbot's been a part of all this.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of like, wait a minute. I thought he had an older son. As a kid in the stasis pod looked older.
I only remember seeing the one son, though. I've never seen, like, two.
Well, this kid, that way, if it was a couple years ago, this kid would have been, the kid now would have been very little, and you probably
That's
wouldn't
true.
have seen him. Because this kid now is, what, 10, maybe? Maybe?
So, but, like, I mean, if I'm remembering correctly, this is the kid that was in stasis that is also the Inhuman.
I thought he had an older son. Because the kid in the stasis looked like this kid's age.
Did we find it yet?
No, he has one son,
What son?
Okay, there we go.
George.
Yeah, so this is the son.
Okay,
that
well
was in
then they're
stasis, that
fucking
is
with
the
us
Inhuman.
because that kid did not look too young. If we just find a description.
That might be a spoiler.
Oh,
I was gonna get rid of that. We're not gonna talk about it. Yes, he has
Okay.
one son, George.
and we don't, but something may or may not happen to him.
And I feel like in his whole crazy talk that he had at his son, he tried to say something to the effect of, you have powers now, I do too, and I'm a hero. Look at me, I'm a hero. Or it's instead of like trying to identify with his son, he's just like, look at me.
We don't even know what his son's powers are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we still. Well, I don't think he's gone through Teragenesis yet. I don't know. I'm not sure if he was in stasis because he was going through it.
Don't know.
Or that was before. I don't know. If he has powers, we haven't seen them, or they just haven't developed yet. Maybe he just didn't get me. I'm going to assume he did because then there's that narrative of his father has powers too, but your father's crazy and you're not. Maybe you are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we
leave
don't
your
know.
wife alone. Leave your wife alone. No.
Truth.
She was only doing something she thought was right and would help him, and he's just
You
freaking
know,
out on her.
military wives already have it hard.
All right.
Yeah.
Please don't make it harder on them.
No, of course, and that's what he did was absolutely unacceptable. But he's got this disconnect.
Yep.
Between the knowledge he has and what other people think. He can't. And he's got an empathy gap right now.
Yeah, he's trying to get his son. That's the only. He cared less about his wife right now.
Yeah.
And so he's just trying to connect with his son, and his son's just like, nope.
His son's scared.
Of course he is. He's scared. And there was some kind of force field around them because Yo-Yo couldn't even get to him.
I think it's his... I think he's generating a gravity field around himself.
He's generating...
That's what he is.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like a force field. So the gravity around him might be just so dense she can't run through it.
So is it like a gravitational pull, but it's going the other way?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because like Earth has its gravitational
push.
A gravitational push. There we go. Is that a thing?
No, maybe it is now.
It is now.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like right now everything is just. It seems like it's in more of a broken puzzle than anything.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know.
And
you would think by now we'd start putting some puzzle pieces together, and it doesn't seem like it seems like we did, but then they flipped the table. You know, and the puzzle pieces went all over the place again. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overcritical. I really didn't enjoy this episode. Maybe I'm just done with it. Maybe I'm just done with the whole.
Well, there's only one more episode.
Well, I'm done with this fucking gravitonium shit that we should not have been playing with in the first place. Talbot wants to get more of it so he can be more powerful, so he can go kill Thanos. I don't know how you're gonna do that, dude, but whatever.
Good luck.
And this is how I think the Earth gets blown apart, because he's looking for
gravitonium's in the Earth.
In the Earth, yeah. So he's tearing the Earth apart to get to it.
Yeah, see, I don't like this.
I don't know how this is gonna play. Really, I don't know. I'm done speculating. I'm just gonna watch the next episode. Like that's it.
You know, I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't think about Talbot being this thing that I don't like him to be. I want my old bumbling, like, completely uncensored Talbot back.
Yeah.
Who wears dresses, even though it's not a dress, but he's gonna call it a dress. But him being completely disrespectful to the culture
Robes.
that he's trying to be friends with.
Yeah.
I know that sounds bad, but that's what I like that Talbot better.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I do like.
He tried a little, kind of.
I do like little nods to Infinity War, which I still have not seen because my plans fell through, and I'm still upset about it. But
I'm going again for a third time. Jacob, I suggest you go see it before next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't imagine they're not going to address it, because you can't, it's not like the other movies. You can't tiptoe around this one.
No. Unfortunately, a certain somebody who I will not be talking to anymore has spoiled it. Not the whole thing, but I know a certain thing of a certain someone, of a certain thing that might happen to that certain someone. I'm not entirely mad about it.
Well,
but...
if you only know what happened to a certain person, then not all of it's been spoiled for you. Go see it.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. But I can't imagine. This seems like it's still taking place in the timeline.
Because they're showing it on the news and stuff, like it's happening right now.
Because it's still happening.
Would you say that this is happening during, like, maybe like the middle of Infinity War, or is like Infinity War just happening? What would you say is going on?
I would say that what was it? Option
is
2.
Thanos on Earth?
Because I believe, yes. So at the end of option 2, when we have Kane say to Daisy, have you seen what's happening on the news in New York?
Mm-hmm.
That is the start. That's the beginning. That happens in the beginning of Infinity War. They're referencing something that happens in the beginning.
Is there another battle of New York? Do all the things all the stuff in New York that has happened?
It's not all in New York.
So we do go to other places. But as of right now, New York is still getting, the shit end of the stick in this universe.
Or New York.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
You almost got blown up,
Marvel
New York.
hates New York, or it loves New York. I can't tell. It's very hard to tell.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I think that's just love.
But yeah, so these end of option 2. That was episode 19. Infinity War has started. The timeline starts. And these 2 episodes that just happened, it's been going. And I guarantee the end, episode 22, we're going to reference the end of the movie. We have to.
More likely, yeah.
The Whedons actually wrote and directed that episode, so I'm totally positive.
So who's going to die?
Who's going to die? Well, I think we all did, but I made predictions of who I think is safe and who I think is not.
Talbot.
Unfortunately, I know someone
Wilson are going to die.
Okay, I think Talbot has to die. I don't want him to. I think.
Here's the thing. I think Talbot dying is what rips the world apart. Because actually, that's what I meant to say when we were talking about choosing Coulson or stopping Talbot. Saving Coulson or stopping Talbot. Because the description of stopping Talbot sounds like you're going to make Talbot blow up. And that sounds like he's going to crack the earth apart. So maybe all of the other timelines, all of the other loops have been them choosing to try and stop Talbot, and it just makes him explode.
Well, they also have that that black serum stuff that they use.
Yeah,
what are they called?
Well, that's what they want. They want to use the odium.
Odium, yeah.
They want to use the odium and the centipede serum to inject it into his cells, but that means he's going to go berserk, which means he's going to blow the world up. Like that to me sounds bad. You don't want to take an unstable man and make him more unstable. Yes, it's going to kill him, but not immediately.
No. Who brought?
It's like taking a 2-liter bottle of pop and just shaking it up and going, here, open it.
Shaking it up and then putting a Mentos in it and aiming it at somebody's face. I miss putting Mentos in Diet Coke.
I have never done that.
That was a thing for a while.
I know it was a thing. And I knew people who did it as it was a thing. I never did it.
I think we got in trouble for doing it.
And you will get in trouble for fucking with things that you don't understand. This is what we need to stop doing.
Truth.
Okay? Who the fuck thought fucking centipede serum? Who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
Daisy.
Yes. So why did you think that?
Daisy.
Who told you that?
Well, Fitz and Simmons also thought it was a good idea because they want to use it with the
they
odium.
Didn't really want to. Well,
no, but it's their idea to use it with the odium.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, well, you want a solution? Well, here it is. And they don't look like they're happy about it. They're like, we don't really want to do that.
That's why
they don't want to.
I think the way to go is saving Coulson. And I think next episode is going to be 50% them arguing, 25% them fighting, and then 25% them actually doing something.
There's going to be lots of fighting.
Yeah, arguing and then fighting. That's my prediction. I'm not even going to bother guessing who's going to die. Just everyone's going to argue.
Right. And I'm still kind of figuring out what's going to happen with Deke in this timeline. What's going to happen with him?
Speaking of Deke, we got to see our adorable little boy shine.
He only knows 6 numbers.
He counts to 5 and knows the number 0, so he knows 6 numbers. And he was able to figure out how to aim the missiles back at Kovas's ship, which is very impressive for a language you don't speak. Like,
Well,
good
I'm
job.
pretty sure he's seen it before.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah, but
probably
he doesn't know
seen
what
it.
it means.
No, but he knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows
Yeah.
because he's seen it before, and that's why May wanted him with her because he's the only one that knows because he's experienced this stuff in the future. So
He was yelling to May what symbols to turn it to. It's like the one that's like a chair with an angle on it. And like she got it. I'm like, whoa, they would be really good at
charades,
keep talking and nobody explodes.
right?
That video game about the bomb diffuser.
Yeah.
They'd be really good at that.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes to show that they weren't educated because if they got educated,
They could
then
fight
that
back.
they could fight back. That's why they erased basically their history.
Yeah. And killed the elders.
Anyone that
Or
knew the history
exiled the elders.
and didn't give them any education. Didn't teach them to read. Didn't teach them to. But Deke, coming from what his lineage is, and his mom being one of the elders, you know, obviously knowing things. He's a smart kid, and
Yeah.
I mean, and you can't hide that. Doesn't matter how educated or uneducated you are. You can't hide that you're smart. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're going to be. I mean, he was smart at everything that he did. He was good at everything that he did.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't need, you know, he didn't need to read. But I mean, he that whole underground like opium den that he had on the lighthouse, and he put everything together, and you know, and figuring out his belt and stuff like that. And he's not a stupid person.
Yeah.
He just seems.
He understands how things work.
Yeah, he
In
just
his-
seems stupid to them because,
He's not educated.
yeah. So, I mean, there's two different kinds of
Honestly,
smarts.
I think you put
And
him
he's
down with
really
an engine, he'll figure out how it works.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy. I
natural-born
mean,
engineer, really.
it's in his blood,
Yeah.
obviously. I would like to know who his dad is. His dad, I mean, they don't really mention him too much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think so. For some reason, in my head, I think Deke's father is someone that Fitz did not approve of.
Probably.
His daughter marrying.
I don't think Fitz would have approved of anyone.
I think I think he would have. I think he would have like.
I don't think he
I think he
would've.
picked someone for her.
No,
He found somebody online.
no, I
Oh
don't
my
think
God,
he would
he's a
have.
Jewish grandma.
No, I don't think he would. As long as she was happy, he'd be like, okay, fine. But I don't think
like
he would
it.
approve. I don't think he would approve of anyone.
He'd be standing at the door with a shotgun.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. He doesn't. He wouldn't approve
And
of anyone.
he actually shot a door with a shotgun. One episode.
Yes.
We can do it.
I'm just curious what's going to happen with him. If it's going to be a multiverse, or if it's gonna something's going to happen and something's going to throw him back into the future or
I
something.
don't want to deal with these fucking multiverses. I'm not ready. So we're
Or
already
maybe
getting there.
Daisy and him hook up. We don't know.
That could happen too, and it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
Not because they're weird, but because
No.
you know time.
Yeah.
Also because Daisy did just admit recently she's still in love with Lincoln even though he's dead.
And yes.
Well,
and
that's going
I
to be
think-
hard to get over. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how long. It's always going to be hard. But
Yeah.
there comes a point in time where you have to put that person in your heart and keep them close to you, but you have to move on. You just,
Yeah. But she's also
have to
that makes her
step-
a little bit oblivious.
yeah. And you have to take that first step. The first step through that door is the hardest. I mean, it gets easier and easier, but yeah, but after a while.
It gets easier, but I think it does get easier. I don't think it ever goes away.
No, it never goes
and
away.
I do like that she did mention Lincoln because well, this did happen. I'm going to say probably 2 years, 2.5 years ago when Lincoln died, and he didn't just die.
It was traumatic.
He went off into space with Inhuman God, and they blew up. So, and she, and you also have to think she was the one who was gonna go in and sacrifice herself, and she didn't
Was also her plan.
Yeah, and
mean,
she left him somewhere else, and she thought he was safe. And then the thing happened. He did the switcheroo, and then she was like, "This stuff is happening," and then he's gone. She didn't even, and communications were cut, and that is traumatic. And so
it is traumatic. And if you think about how she went into that relationship, she was broken before because even though Ward was a complete asshole, she still cared about him. There was a part of her that they had a thing.
But he was not.
And he totally broke her. He totally broke her heart and everything. And then going with Lincoln, she had walls up, and and then finally, he broke them down for her. But then this happened, so it's one traumatic experience after another. It kind of sucks.
It does suck, and
then now that you have Deke doesn't really. I mean, the only connection he has is his grandparents, but he doesn't have anything here. There's no one after him. There's no one, he's kind of a clean slate.
Which I think he finds very appealing, and of course this world is so full of new things, which isn't new to us, of course, but they're new to him. It's fucking garbage ice cream.
The ocean and ice cream and the sun.
Yeah, now
trees.
I think, and trees and people. I now think, I don't know why, but in my mind, I just think that whenever Deke gets ice cream, he throws it away first, and then
commemorate his garbage ice cream.
He's like, this is how it works, right?
No, darling, no. It's not.
Because I just want an episode where we just go around teaching him things.
Yeah, I want him to experience the world and go to Disneyland
and go to Disneyland.
Touch the ocean and go, you know what I mean?
He's gonna freak out if he just touches the ocean.
Oh, yes, he would scream, high pitched.
I have a very funny. I had a friend that was in the Midwest. Never left the Midwest. And then he moved over here to Oregon, and I took him to the beach. He stood at the edge of the beach line where the waves were coming. He goes, "Can I touch it?"
Yeah?
Yeah, you can. Are you sure? Yeah.
It's water.
I know some places you can't touch the water, on the East Coast because it's so nasty. I'm like, no, you can touch it.
I mean, even here on the East Coast, you can touch the water. It might be nasty, but you can touch the water.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, he was like, "Can I touch it?" And I'm like, "Yes." So he bent down, put his hand. It was just the funniest thing. And this guy's was 23, 24 years old. I'd never seen the ocean, so it's I can see it being one of those. Can I touch it?
Stories I've heard of people who've never seen snow before and experience it for the first time.
Can I touch it?
Can I touch it? I had to stop myself from laughing when he said that. I just wanted to die. I was like, "Really? Are you asking me this?" I mean, I've also been asked from other people, "Do you guys still ride around in covered wagons?"
What?
Because of Oregon Trail.
Yeah, I go, "Are you serious?"
I mean, in the Oregon Trail, Oregon was the goal. You didn't. Once you got there, you stopped riding in the covered wagons. You rode the covered wagons through the Midwest.
But yeah, so yeah. I had some quite odd questions, but yeah, those are the funniest ones. Those two.
No, that's Deke in a nutshell. And I do want to take Deke to the zoo and have him experience all these animals.
Oh, the animals.
Okay, anyway, we talked about Deke, and I love Deke. But I think we have to talk about May.
May.
How she fucking wrecked Kovas, and then, was just your ship's gonna explode, bye!
Yeah, but I do want to talk about May and Coulson. I still don't like it.
It seemed so weird. Even Daisy was like, "Okay." She's
teasing them.
Ew.
So he puts the shield up, and then he kisses her while they're getting shot at. And at first I was like, "That's the cheesiest thing I've ever seen." And then I was just like, "Nah, I can dig it."
No, I don't dig it because. No, I don't dig it because it reminds me of the Star Wars prequels with Anakin and Padme. It feels like that to me. I'm like,
Yeah, that feels more like Leia and Han Solo than Anakin and Padme.
No, they're
As
not.
much as
like,
I love
not-
Padme.
They're not.
Just not those
Yeah.
movies.
You know what? I do like Padme. And I
Watch
do like
Clone
the
Wars. She's better in Clone Wars. Even though they
She's better in Clone
damsel
Wars,
her,
they-
and I'm upset about that.
Yeah, but I do like. I will say I do like the actor for young Anakin. He was also in an episode of Goosebumps back in the '90s, and it was cool.
Oh, young
But-
Anakin. Okay, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about Hayden Christensen. I was like,
No, I'm talking about Hayden Christensen. I do like him as an actor, not in those movies. And
I actually
he-
thought,
and
I
he
was like,
young.
I'm going to give him a fair shake. And then I watched like another movie he was in, and I'm like, no.
Watch him in that Goosebumps episode. He was good.
I
was fun.
actually will. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'll send you the link later. If you have Netflix, I'll show you. Anyways, yeah, the point I'm trying to make is May and Coulson. To me, I don't see the chemistry there for a romantic relationship.
No.
For their friendship, I totally do.
I mean,
I
they've
just
been
like-
hinting at it for years and years and years, and I'm just like, I don't. Come on, can we not?
Can we not do the thing that we always do?
Yeah.
The other
I don't know.
shows.
Yeah.
They just seem like they were really good friends, and then they turn it into the like.
Yeah, and I don't mind, and I wouldn't mind.
And as soon as you get
like,
together, one of you is gonna die.
Here's the thing. This show's already paired off so many people, and it's just like, okay.
I mean, we can't just have
Okay.
couples all the time because, like, we
It's
have.
just going to be a
Kristen
ship
and- I have
full
Mac
of
and
couples.
Yo-Yo.
And I'm gonna
No.
vomit.
In the can we like count them off, please? So we had Ward and Daisy. That didn't last very long, but it happened.
Ward
then we have
and
the-
May. Everyone seems to forget that one.
Yeah, I don't because we want to.
We
Is-
really do. I've tried, but I cannot.
We try
forget
to
it.
forget
can't
the fuck
forget-
buddies.
I can't.
We had Trip and Simmons at one point. Yeah, sorry. We have
I do
Lincoln
miss
and
Trip.
Daisy.
Trip's so-
We have we have Lincoln and Daisy. We have Yo-Yo and Mac, and we had Bobby and Hunter. They're still gone. Still sad about
Reality
it.
gem. Bring my Trip back. Do it.
Can't. He busted into little pieces.
Yeah, that was
Reality
Sorry.
gem. I don't think you're hearing me. Changes reality.
And I'm really sad that I actually called that.
Yeah.
Because I'm really sad that
I was really upsetting.
shows to this day still do that.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
upsetting. It is sad.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
so why?
Like
Not
you,
that I didn't
it's
want- but I don't want-
2008. It's like 2018. You know, it's the 2000s.
Yeah.
This doesn't have to be a thing anymore.
No, it doesn't have to be. A
No,
thing. We
and I
have-
think things like Black Panther are showing that it.
Yeah, and
It
Get Out.
doesn't. I mean, and then you know we got the TV show Blackish, and there's all these different. I mean,
watch that show.
gosh.
Go watch
But
that
yeah,
show.
it's like,
Same
it doesn't
network.
need to
Go
be
watch
this.
it.
It doesn't. You don't need to have one of
Yeah.
this ethnic and then one of this ethnic, and you can't have two of the same ones. And it's just like, no, stop.
But I will. Same thing with the fucking Latinos.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is
Mhm.
Joey? Joey, where are you?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Right.
got Yo-Yo, got rid
Precious,
of Joey.
Precious Joey going to.
That's exactly what happened. We
Yeah,
had Joey
one-
for a while, and then when he left, we got Yo-Yo.
And you know what, Joey, he wanted to leave. I understand because like he realized,
Yes.
you know, just because you have powers doesn't mean superheroing is your thing, and it's
And
not.
he
It wasn't
has
his thing.
he has
but I
grandma's
wanted,
dinners on Sundays. Like,
and
he's got
he
stuff
does.
to do.
We gotta do that. We gotta do that shit because we can't miss it. You know, he does have a family, and I do want to like see some of the because we've seen like all these characters like come back this season. I wish we could have seen him and see how he's doing. Like, how are you with your powers? Are you using them? Are you not using them? Are you comfortable using them? How is your Power Ranger boyfriend? Has he told you yet that he's a Power Ranger? I need to know these things. That's important. Okay, that's the important part. Yeah, but I do like that we are getting different types of people on this show, but yeah, like where's the rest of them?
Mhm.
Not to say that I didn't want Mac to die.
And I'm really mad they
Favorite.
brought Deathlock back for a hot second, and then he's gone. Like, he rolled up with all these like Shield agents, and then Deathlock's just gone.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to see him.
He was.
But like he's like, I mean, I don't know.
He
I mean,
literally said he's
yeah.
a loner. He's like I do things alone.
Yeah, I know, but like, what,
And
what
I
are you doing?
understand
What
why
are you
he
doing?
does that. So
How's your
I
son?
understand, but still, yeah,
Where's your son? Where's your son? Where is your son?
with his mom.
Yeah. Yeah, like. So yeah, but I like seeing Deadlock, and I like that we did get to see him. But like, I want to know, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
I
Do
want
people, like,
I want a mini series for Deathlock.
Can we have that and have him team up with Bobby and Hunter? But he doesn't want to do it. But Bobby and Hunter are like, "Come on, we're friends." And he's like, "But I don't like you. That means we can't like you."
Doesn't mean we can't bother you. We're really bored. Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's all for this episode.
Yeah.
Next episode titled "The End," and I don't like when shows just title the either series or season finale "The End."
Yeah.
And
I think, however,
Howard.
in this season, it
makes sense.
It does, because we're leading up to like the world is gonna be destroyed. So whether it is destroyed or not, it's the end of this plot. You know what I mean?
this is true.
It's an end in one form or another.
Well, we could say that like about every other season finale. I just be creative, y'all. Just be creative. With your fucking Shape of Water sequels. That was just
Like the final countdown or something. I mean, come on.
Yes, and then they have to use the song.
They have to. And they'll troll us, and they won't use the song. Again. At the end, the team finds themselves facing a decision that could cause the destruction of the Earth. Really? We had that at the end of this episode. Like, we didn't do that already.
You think?
Yeah.
Make it a little more obvious, okay?
Did someone die?
Someone die? Guess what? Coulson died.
Maybe it'll happen again.
Yeah,
and that's, and that will spin off to another show where he comes back again. So with a new team of people. But it turns out it wasn't him. And see, I don't know. See, I'm ready for Coulson to just go. I don't want you dead necessarily, but I want you gone.
I want him to retire to actual Tahiti.
Yeah, to actual Tahiti.
That would be nice. That'd be nice.
He's gonna go there and he's like, this place actually sucks. I don't like it here.
Probably. And then he'll go live in like a mountain cabin somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Or like a beach house.
Mm-hmm.
Or Oregon.
This
Portland,
just
Oregon.
helps.
I think he'd like it in Portland.
I think so.
Rachel, can you stay with me?
Probably his speed.
There you go.
Is that where they can
I'm
find
done.
you?
I'm done.
Are we done?
I'm done.
I think we're done.
I think so.
I'm sorry. I had no attention span today, so we watched it. This is the second time I've watched it, but it's still. I'm sitting there on my phone going, "Okay, this is more interesting than this show." Unfortunately, I don't want it to be.
I liked the action in this episode. It kept my attention.
I will say this episode. I did like this episode, but it did remind me of other things that I wanted to watch.
There you go.
I'm like Black Panther was a good movie. That was good.
Yeah.
I want to go watch that.
I have it on DVD. I watched it last night.
I am waiting for mine. And also Infinity War. Gotta go watch it.
Yes.
Before this next episode airs, but for now, this episode of our show is over. And Rachel, you did the thing already. People know where to find you, right?
They know where to find me right there on Twitter.
Okay, yeah. Cleo, what about you?
You can find me on the socials at Cleomoto. Right now, I'm trying to build my Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram at Cleomoto.
Yeah, at the Instant Grandma.
It's Instant Grandma. I am an instant grandma.
That's what I call it.
And check out my Etsy, where I sell things like Disney princess crowns and Wonder Woman tiaras and soon-to-be Black Panther stuff. I say this every week, and I still haven't made the listing, but it's going to be there. Trust me. Cleomoto Crafts. Google it.
And you can find me and Dalton at Giggles and Gorn, Monsters and Mayhem on Twitter. Tweet me Patrick. That's all I got to know them. That's TONOWHERELEND. Join the Northern Society. Y'all know the dish. And this has been the Outstanding Podcast for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can follow us here on Twitch, where we do all of our live shows, and you can do the little things in the chat. Actually, it's over there. And you can talk with us, and you can join our Discord. I keep sometimes forget that we have that, and that's how we communicate. Or you can follow us on YouTube if you can't watch us here. Catch us later at ASFTV Podcast. Important links down below to our Twitter, YouTube, Google+, MySpace, Facebook, all those places that you love. Make sure to hit like. That's the only button you can push. Tell your friends. Tell people you don't like to. We don't care.
Yeah, maybe the people you don't like watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You don't know.
There you go.